I'm hoping, I don't know, I'm hoping it's coming out good here. Old blue eyes. Well, well, I can't see my little buddy. Let me turn it over this way a little bit and tilt it up this way. You can't see my little buddy. There, my little buddy. I wish I could make it out wider, but hey, American Outlaw. Um, this is just a test. Test. I did a test yesterday, but I wanted to. Uh, Yesterday I had just a flag, and I'm going to see how this turns out. Now, you guys can let me know. I have no way of knowing. It looks good on the screen, but I have no way of knowing it's going out the way it's supposed to. So, you guys might let me know if it's presentable. My little buddy. I wish y'all could see him. My little buddy wanted to be beside me here. Let me see. Audio and video are 5 by 5. I believe I read that right. I didn't put no glasses on, and that thing, the camera's over a little ways. I should move it in closer, I guess. I do want you to see my little buddy. Good evening, Salty Badger. Good evening to you. We got American Outlaw, and there's my little doggy boy. He brings me more pleasure. I ain't kidding you. This guy, he's older than I am. I believe he's let me see. Hey, two before he's in here. Good to see you. Maybe 5 by 9. Good to see you. Yeah, yeah. In our ham radio days, Q5, Q5. Q5 was that's as good as you wanted. Anything after that, it just impress yourself to look at the meter and see all that signal there. Somehow I got to get this down on my boy so you can see my little dog. Let me see how that looked right there. Yeah, we had a lot of words we used back in the day on ham radio. Is that Ray Gregory? Or as my daughter says, Ray Ray. We finally, Ray, I'm hoping you're having a good time down there in Florida. I believe you're still down there, right? It looked like you guys were all having a good time yesterday. I wish I could have. Well, I got so many things. Let me tell you all about what one of my days was like. Angelique come in here. I believe, what was the day? Tuesday. She said, Monday. She said, we got a leak in the house. What do you mean a leak? She said, we got water in the floor in the kitchen. So I go in there and I, get on under the sink and I checked everywhere and I couldn't find any water anywhere. And I told her, I said, in the morning, old Mac's got to crawl under the house. Now, you got to realize, and I live in the woods. I know Ray Gregory does too. He lives in the woods. But I told her, I said, I've got to go under the house. I've got to find out what kind of damage we got under there. I'm thinking probably we got a split pipe. You know how they do this crap today? They put plastic, PVC, and so I lay over in the bed thinking about all this, getting up this morning and going out there and getting under the house. I mean, we got big snakes. If any of you guys see, if I begin to go bad, don't let me sit here and go sour on you. Just tell me and I'll push that button and turn the thing off. Um, we got big snakes, big snakes. I've got videos here a couple of months ago. Um, she came running in here and she said, "We got a snake in the kitchen." I go in there and laying on the top of the, you know, where your range has got the knobs and then there's a little flat area up there where you can put your salt and pepper shaker up. There was a 6-foot snake, 6 foot or longer, and as big as around as that, laying up on the top, his body, and his head was all the way over to that. We have a china cabinet. His head was all the way over there. Now I don't know how. I think my stove is a 3 foot wide, or it's a standard width stove, and it so it was long as the stove and way over by the china cabinet, and this is a big old guy. Now that's the third one we've had in the house, I believe this year, the big ones. Um, I took a big one out from, I've got right behind me where I'm sitting over there, right over there, is a desk where all my ham radio stuff is. And my dog laying here beside me, he was sniffing under where the drawers are over there. So I get my flashlight and I bend down to look under my desk, and just a foot from where my feet were sitting, there was a 6-foot chicken snake. It was laying stretched out all behind the desk. So I went over and opened the door and I herded it out. It's hard to herd a snake. They don't have a big brain, got big teeth but no brains. And I had to kind of herd it out the back door and got rid of it, got rid of the snake. Well, the reputation of me having snakes in the house, I live in the jungle. And so the word's got out. They've seen my videos I've made of, I've got some on Facebook, some videos of some big snakes in the house. Well, my daughter came down from Seattle last March, I believe it was. And I believe she was a little bit intimidated because she's never been around a 6-foot snake before. She was a little bit intimidated. I assured her she'd be safe because we've been living in here in this house for 25 years or more, and nothing has drug none of us off. I hadn't even drug any of my dogs off. So anyhow, that's my little story on the snakes. But so now we got this water issue, and I get down there. I'm an old guy, you know. When I was 60, hell, I'd crawl all under the house and go fix the plumbing and change out the water. One time, my insurance company came out here, Alpha Insurance, and for them to insure me for a termite bond, to re-up my termite bond, they demanded that I have plastic all under the house, every square. This is a big old house. And so I had to get down there and lay that visqueen or black plastic. And oh my God, I'd shine my light over and the snakes would slither on over there a ways, and their little beady eyes would be looking at you. I'd shine my light over there. As long as they stayed coiled up over there, I never did have one to bite me here. I've been bitten by them before, but not here. Um, Anyhow, I'm crawling under the house this morning. I gotta get my dog down. There you go, little buddy. I got up under the house, and underneath my house is dry. I'm talking about beautiful wood under there. All my plastic I put down years ago is still under there. Not a leak under the house. So I came back in. I I know I've got to call a plumber. Look at me, 1970 phone call, right? Hello, hello. So I was kind of going through some of the numbers over here in case we needed to call a plumber. Then I had Angelique. I said, "Do me a favor, go in there and pull the refrigerator away from the wall. We got one of them 26 cubic feet things. It's got the big refrigerator portion up here and the big drawer opening for it's a Maytag or a Whirlpool maybe, but it's got a big freezer in the bottom." I said, "Go, just it's on rollers." I said, and it's got hardwood in the kitchen. I said, "Roll it out, and you let me know if there's any water on the floor." Man, I could hear her little hoofs coming down the hallway. I got a fairly long hallway from here. There's two or three rooms out of the way. I heard them hoofs coming down through there. We got water, we got water, we got water. That was the greatest news of all because I just paid a man $400 to come out here last month to work on my freezer. Let me see. Let me catch up on. Hello, Mac. Oh, that's Dave over in Australia. Well, God bless you, man. I've been following you. Uh, Australia's all up in the house. Come on in, man. Here, let me roll you one, man. Here, buddy. Take a little. Hey, buddy, right here. Now, this ain't that medical stuff. This is what we call wacky tobacco. uh, Anyhow, you've been having so much fun, Dave, over there in Australia with your Dutch boy. I was wondering. There ain't no ladies in here, are they? Let me see. I don't see any ladies in here. I was wondering, that little Dutch boy, was he the one that stuck his finger in the dike? You might ask him. I guess that was little boy Blue. Remember the story about little boy Blue? He stuck his finger in the dike. This is Tuesday. Tasteless Tuesday. Um, oh, I won't be rude, Dave. I promise. I swear to God, I'm going to try to bend my ways. That is a horrible thing to have said. And knowing this goes out all around the world, I'm not used to all this high tech stuff. Uh, so back to my water story. I called the guy that did my freezer. He had to come in and put a new unit in the freezer. The fan froze up or something. He said, "I'll be there in the morning." So it's good to keep your receipts. He'll be out in the morning, and that'll stop our water issue. Uh, I don't know, Ray, over in Georgia, if you got as much rain as I did. The hurricane Francine dumped an unreasonable amount of water. All of our rivers here are up to the banks, and my place was just flooded. I'm talking about it was like a river coming down off the hill. And yeah, I spent most of the day getting all that stuff cleaned up out there, and it just washed across the yard. And I don't know of anybody that was hurt in any tornadoes or anything like that. So I think we might have dodged the bullet with Hurricane Francine. But, the season ain't over yet, as everybody in this part of the country. Oh, that is right. So many people uh, think that this whole thing is just the whole life, the whole existence that we know today is just some kind of a fluke. Some kind of a wild amoeba got together with some protoplasm and whatever, and then here was human beings. Well, I think there's more to it than just a little magic, but that's a topic for another subject for another day. Um, we should, I think we should give more thanks for so many blessings that we just take for granted. Every time we go for a ride, I prayed for you, Dave, and I pray for all of you boys and girls out there riding your bikes, um, that we get out there and get our content and get it on the air and we do it safely. And look, you're out there. Whoop, whoop. um, we don't give thanks enough, I think. Sometimes we just take so many things for granted. And I'm going to tell you, I'm going to tell all you boys out there, when you get to 84, you you tend to think about that a little bit more. You kind of start weighing up, your life, how it's got you here, and how I mean, what about the hereafter? We forget about that. There's two parts of the story. There's the now and the present and the birth and all that stuff. But then when you go away, that's just the beginning. Hey, oh, Jim Reynolds. Oh, bless your heart. You got a chance to get in there too. Um, Whoa, Ray. Oh, you guys talk amongst yourself there. I can wear people out just talking. And this is my new system. I tried it yesterday with the flag to see if it holds steady now. Oh, I saw another report come up there. I tried it yesterday with the flag, and it seemed to have held up. There's a little bit of pixelation towards the end, but um, well, you remember this? We just got started out, Dave, to make a live. We did one out. You remember I got up early in the morning and got out there with the crickets and and did the early morning video. And a lot of folks over in China and India and uh, over that part of the world, and especially on the other side of the world, because I think Australia and China and Thailand and all that is up there about somewhere in the same time zone, 12, 13 hours. And so we had a lot of folks joining us. Uh, I had my dog here beside me, Dave. I wanted you guys to see my dog, but he he's over there in his bed. In fact, I put his bed up here so he'd be comfortable, but unfortunately, he he wanted to go get in his nighttime bed. He's got a daytime bed and he's got a nighttime bed. I don't know, American Outlaw. I believe with our time change, I think we're just, I don't know. I'm not, hey, look, don't even have a watch on my arm, so I'm not into time. I've said that before. And you know what I did is I turned the air conditioner off before I started doing this because it's way over there. It's 30 feet over there, but it's got quite a bit of air blowing through here, and I didn't want to make any noise. Well, there's a girl I know right there. Hey, there's a girl right up there. If y'all look at on the screen, there's a Joyce Cole in there. Let me tell you this. She's available. She's on the market. I mean, she's not advertising this now. And I think she would be a fine woman. It'd have to be the right man now. You couldn't be just, you know, let's see. Uh, I figured she'd start having to fit there and be advertising. Yes, you tonight. Listen to this. Friends and neighbors of the world, this woman, this Joyce Cole, I can, Jim Reynolds, say hello to Joyce. She's lonely. Bless her heart, she's stuck up there in that place, where it rains a lot. And she's just a lonely woman up there. God Almighty. Um, I understand about the lonely thing. And I tell you, if y'all can just way better, Joyce Cole is her name. And I know what her ham radio call is. Her ham radio call is N7FAB. N7FAB. Yeah, if you know how to look up ham calls, that's her, N7FAB. She lives up in the Seattle area. And in fact, she's the mother of some of my nieces and nephews. That'll be my baby sister right over there. That's on the screen. She told me she'd give me $20 if I could fix her up with a good-looking man. Oh, I tell you, Dave, I think, when you're on those long trips out across the outback and just you and her be riding out across and you stop on the side of one of them places and you hear the dingoes out there. Well, you can say, Joyce, sweetie, would you go out there and gather up some firewood and I'll cook us some pork and beans. She loves pork and beans. And you can stretch out a tent and she said she'd give me $20 if I could hook her up. You got to be well heeled. You got to have more money than her, because you never want a woman that's got more money than you. Oh, I love pork and beans. My Joyce will tell you, my aunt, she used to make this great, it took her all day to do it. She'd make old Boston baked beans. And she used real molasses. It was made locally. And she'd use fatback or salt meat, or Jim up there in Kentucky, he knows what I'm talking about. Up in the Ohio area, fatback, white meat, salt pork. I missed what you said, Joyce. Say it again there. I was. Well, I'm trying to get you a date, Joyce. I mean, I'm trying to fix you up one of these eligible bachelors. I was explaining what a wonderful thing you and Dave could be riding out across the outback, and you could go out there and fight off the dingoes while he built a fire and cook supper. It'd be a romantic. It'd just be a romantic voyage. And by the way, if Dave turns out to be more than you can handle, you can go out there and stick your thumb out and hitchhike back to Perth and ride on one of them trains. Maybe the boy lets you blow his air horn. I ain't gonna quit till I get in trouble. That's a fact. It is so nice to see so many of you people come out here on a Tuesday night and help me break in this new system. Joyce, we're broadcasting live. As you can see the word live is on the screen there with my new system there. Oh, she's hearing me now. Oh, maybe she didn't have the volume turned up. If I'm breaking up, if I'm not sounding good now, y'all let me know, because I can go and rework something or do whatever it takes to make it sound better. I should have turned my monitor. I got a monitor over there, and we got an iPad in there. I should have laid it right here, and I could look down there and see what you're saying. And uh, I'm excited about tomorrow, about the guy that's going to come out and fix my freezer unit. He's going to fix the water leak. I don't know what all that's going to entail, but he promised me this. He said, I guarantee you I will be able to fix it. It's just a matter of money. You notice how everything always have a dollar value attached to it. Ain't nothing money can't fix. Oh, good, George. I'm glad you hear me. This is for my sister Joyce, our baby sister. She's younger than all of us. She lives in Florida. And she called me last night and she's been watching my videos. And, but she does it, you know how she does it, Joyce. She gets in her bed. She's got the big screen over there. She gets in her bed and watches. You know, Dave, that's a fact. I'm just like you are. I mean, if I could get me a woman to come in here and clean this place up and everything, I could run an ad in what they call the Little Nickel newspaper. I can't even afford that. Now, what we're going to do is we'll start a GoFundMe to get Jerry a woman. I tell you, there's some of those lovely ladies on them other channels up there. Maria, she's living in Germany, and but she's a little doll. I've never seen any of the ladies from the Philippines that didn't look lovely. But I think most time people, when they go to the Philippines, especially service people, they're needing a little R&R. But they're entertaining people. I love her. I like her show. I like to go over there, even though I have to get up at 2:30 in the morning here to go watch her show. I go watch it, and she puts on one hell of a show. She throws me bananas. I love it. She throws me bunches of bananas. So if you get a chance, check Maria. I'm not like Motorbomb Virginia. He has a way of pushing switches, and I think he's even got his audio wired up where he can speak directly and it types whatever he wants to say. And he can do all that stuff there that I don't have the capability yet. But we're growing in leaps and bounds, and eventually we're going to have. I'm going to turn this whole room into a theater studio. Yeah. I looked at so many people are so excited to be unable to go monetize. When I was doing the gun thing here, I was getting my videos at 150,000, 140,000. I mean, the really high count. And so I was monetized way long time ago. But they changed the perimeter. Now you got to have 3,000 or 4,000 hours of view time, and I've got most of the stuff that's needed, but I'm not interested in it. I'm gonna tell you why. I have paid taxes all my life, and this year, at the age of 84, yeah, that would be a really. The problem being is, Dave, at 84, here's the deal. A lot of people would be kind to an old man for a little while. And what I'm saying is, after a while, you'd be like a stick in the mud. Um, it would distract from what is going on down there, and to have an old man to show up down there and yeah, and that's for the younger people that should be enjoying life. I've lived my life. I've already did all those things. You could ask my sister there any question you want to ask her. You can ask her whether or not I had a lively life, if I've lived a full life. And she said, hell yeah, you already been dead 10 years ago. Damn. Uh, she said, how's the kids ever going to get the inheritance? You keep living. Oh man, I tell you, it makes me feel good. But I'm not that good of a person. In other words, I'd probably I'd have to go find me a hotel or somewhere. The days of getting down on the ground, I know that Ray Gregory, he can get down on the ground, and I know Motorbomb, he'd be able to get down and sleep on a mattress in a tent, and I couldn't do that now. But the days of dragging a motor home and riding a motor home or dragging a trailer, other than hauling my bike around. We're just going to pass on that. I will participate in as a background person. In other words, you're going to need somebody while you're down there after the party is growing. You're going to need somebody to talk to. Me and those that stay and are not going, we're going to be here to be your support. You call me and you broke down over on I-95 and you need somebody to come over, even though it's 400, 500 miles over, I'd drive and come and get you. I don't have no limits when it comes to driving and stuff like that. My sister can tell you, she's sitting right there, she's standing right over there. I know, Ray. Oh, I know. I use you as an example. But I don't think you're a lot better off than I am in that aspect because you've got the diabetes like I've got. And the old legs are gone. I mean, I don't have no running. I tried to run out here in the yard. And I said, that was the dumbest thing I ever tried. Not because I don't have lung power. I just don't have any leg muscles. I used to have the big old legs. And yeah, somewhere along the line, you got to know when to hold them and when to fold them. And I ain't giving up on nothing. I have no trouble getting down. It's that getting up that's the hard part. Oh, I was saying last year we left here. Angelique and I got in my Mustang and we left here at Wednesday at 4 in the morning, right here. She's there now. You can ask her to verify. We got it at 4 o'clock in the morning, and I drove from here to Kent, Washington, 2,300 miles to Kent. I got there Friday afternoon, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Wednesday at 4 in the morning, Friday at 2 in the afternoon, I have already covered the 2,400-mile trip. No, we run hard, and it wasn't easy. Little Angelique, we had 2 dogs in the car, and she was the dog keeper, and I just drove. I drove from my house here in Arkadelphia, Alabama, to Council Bluff, Iowa, in one sitting. Got up from Council Bluff and drove all the way over to Idaho. Got up in the morning, drove over to my sister's house in Kent at 2 in the afternoon. My car was so dirty, you cannot believe. Oh, it was hard. We was in a storm from Council Bluff, Iowa. We were in a storm all the way to Little America, Wyoming. If anybody looks, that's all the way across the state of Nebraska. And all the way across Wyoming up to Little America. Oh man, I wish I'd have brought my laptop over here, or my little iPad so I can see. Time I see somebody writing on it, time I lean up there to look at it. Well, and I know Ray Gregory can see. Oh, I saw him cheating yesterday. Old sick bastard. He said, "How in the hell are you seeing that right?" And he said, "I'm up here with my face against the screen, and I can't even read that shit, you know." and and he looked over, and Ray was peeping at his phone, so he got caught. I love it. Um, anyhow, yeah, driving ain't never been an issue for me. I never need any sleep. I don't need no sleep. There's gonna be time for that when the time comes. Uh, when I came down here to Alabama, I had the opportunity. I had a CDL, and I applied for a job at a truck driving company over here for over the road, and I drove for 6 years. And they gave me a woman co-driver. She was a U.S. Army nurse, retired from the military with 20 something years of military service, and worked in the hospital. She was a nurse. And me and her, we averaged 7,000 miles a week. Not a month, but a week, 7,000 a week. Because we run 5 on and 5 off, 5 on and 5 off. 5 hours driving, 5 hours in the sleeper. Oh, somebody, I'll see. Who's the youngest? Who's the youngest in here? Dave's 56, Motorbomb 60, 49, I believe, for American Outlaw. There's a guy just came on here. Oh my, he just came on. I didn't get a chance to ask my friend Ad. Ad lives, hello, Ad and Margaret. They live in Val-d'Or, Quebec. They're my dear friends. I'm talking about if you ever went to Val-d'Or, Quebec, you find Ad and you're going to find Quebec without, oh, hey, Ad, well, you know about driving long distance there. Ad is the little old winemaker from Val-d'Or. One time, Ad, we had an exchange of gift. Ad and I, we've been friends for a long time. And Ad sent me, um, he sent me some garlic that he grows up there. And American Outlaw is the youngest puppy on here. Jim Reynolds, 66. Well, you're a good looking 66 there, Jim. You look like you're holding up good. He sent me some garlic, and I planted for years. We had garlic. Oh my God, that was, I don't know if the strain played out. Oh, the reason I keep picking at my clothes, I am sweating. I sent him, and you can ask him, I sent him a bag of habaneros. I believe I had dried them. I believe they was dried in the oven, and I sealed them, and so that no odor could come out. And his wife she'd make Brunswick stew, and she'd crumble up some of that habanero and put it in that Brunswick stew, and it sounded so good. I like habanero. I eat a lot of habaneros in my chili. Oh, I grew them for so many years. Let me tell you what happened, Ed. You remember I used to grow these big bell peppers out here. Well, I had my habaneros right next to the bell pepper. And my sister Joyce and them, they came down here for like a Thanksgiving. No, it had to be in like July the 4th maybe. But we went out there and got some bell peppers and chopped them up to go in a salad. And them bell peppers was so hot. they had all that heat, the flower pollination transferred, and they was like a mixed breed, big old bell peppers. But oh, was they ever spicy? There was some spicy meatball. I'm surprised, Ed. Well, I'm surprised you come in and join me with this gang of mine. You know, they're all bikers. Dave is over in Australia. We've got Jim up in the Ohio, Kentucky area. Oh, yeah, I'm just trying to arrowheads. Oh, he mentioned he's got arrowheads, and on my walks here on the property, we got a lot of land back down toward our. We used to have this place straight out behind me out here before it all growed up. That we had a running track on it, and then I had my ATV where I could ride all the way down to the waterfalls, and uh, yeah, we used to go out there. Where was we going with this story? I used to go, where I used to go out there, head down towards the creek, and oh, I don't remember where I was going with the story. It'll come back. But anyhow, where we going with this? I was telling about Ed's stuff that we did with the peppers and all the. Oh, we had a lot of wonderful times together. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Ed came all. I believe he came down to Louisiana. Oh, arrowheads. Oh, thank you very much. All right, walking the land, I picked up a lot of arrowheads. There was little ones and big ones, and a lot of arrowheads. And I shared them. I had a pretty good sized box full of them. Picking them up, and I shared some with Ed. You like bell peppers, Dave? Brunswick stew. Yes. Well, she put habanero. I set some habanero up there, Dave. By the way, Ed, Dave is over in Perth, Australia. You guys are almost like brothers, from the different mothers, Canadians and Australians. Ray sent a message, and I missed it there. Ray, if I'm breaking up or anything, I wish I'd have turned the monitor on. But you guys are so much fun to visit with. Once you get started, it'd be nice. It's good to see you guys texting, but I'm missing some of what you're saying when I lean up there to read. I should have. I think I could have probably zoomed it in or done something better. But we'll learn as we go. And we. I'm glad. Thank you, Dave. I appreciate that. You today, when you was over there in the ruins on, I believe that was chapter 3, and you was over there, go away, snakes. That's what we do down here. Because we have snakes that will kill you just like you got in Australia. Our snakes they can be bad. And we have eastern diamondbacks here. I know Ray over there in Georgia's got them. They may have them all the way up in Ohio, but we got the eastern diamondback here. He's bad. We got the little copperhead. He's only maybe that big. I've seen some pretty big round ones, but they're pretty potent. They'll make you sick. Now, one time, my wife was getting groceries out of the car, and she asked me, yeah, they hate noise and slither away. That's right. That's what we do. We make noise and they slither away. She was getting groceries out of the car, and she said, would you get that bag out of the back seat? And I reached down there, And I got that bag of groceries and I started to head towards the house. And laying on the ground was a little copperhead about that big. And he was coiled up like a little circle. And I saw him, he had a little head sticking up. He was a juvenile. And I took that big old foot right there and I came down on his head. And that damn thing just went crazy. He was snapping and biting and he was just rolling around there. And when I gave him the second, when I put 250 pounds of meat on his head, he expired. Well, he didn't die right off the bat. He wiggled there for a little while, but them little old bitty juvenile snakes can hurt you. Yeah, West Virginia. I've got a lot of time in West Virginia. I used to come to Leawood, West Virginia. From Birmingham to Leawood, I'd make that trip 2 or 3 times a month from Birmingham. What happens in Birmingham? We got a big hydraulic shop, and up at Leawood, they got all that mining and all that those D11 Caterpillar tractors and those great big 350-ton trucks. They have to have a lot of hydraulics, so I was running trips back and forth hauling up to Leawood. And I used to go to the Waffle House in Beckley over on US 19. You know, that's where you go down to the little New River over there where people jump off the bridge parachuting. Oh, you don't ever hear me talking about killing snakes here either. I live in the jungle. I mean, we've got creatures here, and the snakes keep the rats and all kinds of stuff. But I'm gonna tell you, the raccoons will eat up them snakes. They'll eat the poison ones. They have no trouble eating them. They'll eat the copperheads and the possum. A possum will eat his weight in snakes. He loves snakes. Leawood, West Virginia. You know, you come up I-77 up past Big Walker Mountain. I remember it just like it was yesterday. Drive over Big Walker Mountain, come up there to Beckley. Oh my God, I had so many fond memories of going up there to West Virginia. I drove to another mines. It was on over a different location. And the guy, I had in my truck a big ham radio. I'm talking about like a $3,000 radio sitting there on the console. And so the guy hopped up on the security guard, hopped up on my on the truck there, and he said, "Put your radio on channel 19 until you get a certain mile marker, and then go to channel 23, and then go to channel." I had all these channels. And I told him, I said, "My radio don't have channels." He looked me right in the eye and he said, "What the hell would you want a radio that don't have channels?" I go, "Well, I have a VFO. I can turn a knob. But I don't have those frequencies. I don't have any CB." I said, "I can do 10 meters." And he got so mad. He said, "Well, you cannot go up on the road until you get the radio." So he came back and he had one in his hand because, see, they have to pay me a lot of money to not, if I don't make that delivery, if I'm there on time, it's up to them to get me unloaded, or otherwise they got to pay my company a lot of money for downtime. And so he got me a little 4-channel radio so I could talk on the way up there. And when I got way up at the top, I went to this warehouse where all the hydraulic works was being done. And so I'm seeing all these 350-ton, big, huge. Well, I'm 6'2", and when I stood right next to the wheel, my head was exactly even with the carrier bearing on the wheel. In other words, halfway right in the center. So it was like a 12-foot wheel on the thing. And so the guy said, "Get up in it." I go, "Oh, no." He said, "Go on, get up there in it." So he went up there with me. We'd go up there. You have to climb 3 flights of stairs to get up and get in it. So I got up in there. And he said, push that button over there. And then I pushed the button, and it's got a 16 cylinder engine that runs a generator. And that big old 16 cylinder engine came alive. I believe it's a Caterpillar engine in it, but it come alive. And he said, now when that little light gets over there, see, like on my truck, I have to reach 80 pounds air pressure to release the brakes. Well, that was no exception. I said, where's your steering wheel? He said, it don't have a steering wheel. I said, how the hell do you make it go? How can you steer it? He said, look over to your left over there, flip that little lever up. And I did, and there was a little joystick. He said, push it forward, you go forward, pull it back, and you go in reverse, push it left, you go left, right, you know. I go, oh my God. And he said, take it for a spin out here. Golly, that was what a machine. And yeah, they were really nice to me. I made a lot of deliveries up there because they had been waiting for us to bring the hydraulics up there so they could get their trucks and the Caterpillars and all that stuff back to running. And anyhow, oh, here we are talking about work. My friend in Valdor, I'm going to say a good night to you and Miss Margaret and all your lovely children. Ad has a most beautiful daughter. Ad and Margaret have a beautiful daughter that she is Celine Dion made over. She cut a CD and sent it down to me. Ad sent it to me, and I have played that music. She does Wind Beneath My Wing and all kinds of just really great hits. A really great singer. I love that music. I listen to it quite often. You got a lovely family. His son is a pilot. His daughter, everybody's involved in aviation. That's how we got together, is through my aviation. We got together. Ad and I, for about 20 years, was friends on the International Association of Airline Hams Net. That's ham operators that has history of aviation, you know, in their love of their life. You know, something that's been a part of my life. My sister, she spent all of her life, you know, involved in aviation. We went everywhere. Oh my God, her husband and I, we traveled in a convoy. And we would go down to Georgia. We go out to Texas. We travel. Let me tell you. We put on. They bought a new car, and so did I. I bought a new car. But one time we made one of our journeys. We all had new cars. I believe when we got through, we settled out there after about a year. We'd already had like 70,000 miles, 80,000 miles in 1 year. So we travel a lot. And let me see. Oh, Elizabeth, she is a darling. She's a pretty woman. I believe her husband is Nigel. How's that for memory? Is it still working? I believe Nigel is her husband. They're just beautiful people. And Miss Margaret, she's a lovely lady. And one of one of my dream trips was to go to Valdor. But I may only have to be able to see you after we walk through the pearly gates. It looks like that's going to be the way it's going to work out there. And I know you're going to be there. Wait a minute. Hold it, mackerel. I might get there first. But if I'm there, I'm going to certainly wave at you as you come through the gates. Because I know I may not get in on the first go around. He'll open the book, the book of judgment. He's going to open that thing up there and he's going to go, whoa, how about 1971? Look at here in 83. Oh my God, 96? So I may be still at the gate. And when you come up, you may have to vouch for me, Ed, to get me in. And if you get in there before me, put in a good word for me. We'll wave at each other. That's right. Oh, that's going to be an exciting journey. I ain't looking forward to taking it, and neither are you, I'm sure. But we've got beautiful families. You've got a beautiful family. All Ray, I've seen the loves of his life, and he's got Miss Katie Bug, and they get to ride and go do things. Um, Look at Motorbahn, Virginia. He's got a lovely daughter. She's a bike ride. She fell and skinned herself up, and everybody was so concerned about her. But she's a trooper. Um, the sister of mine we were talking about sitting right over there, if she hasn't left already, she got run over by a 6-ton truck. 6 tons. Oh, we have to get up and go to work tomorrow. Jim, you picked a fine time to leave me, Lucille. oh, should, oh, guys, I've held you long enough. Let me say good evening. Oh, I was telling my sister got run over by a 6-ton truck. Good night to you, Jim. Ed, 7-3 to you, my dearest friend. Ed, you're in the top tier of friends. Um, so many of you out there embrace the life that you got. Um, I saw Recycle Hooligan today's ride, and one of his relatives kind of chastised him a little bit about praying on the air, and that's what's missing is people not giving thanks. And they have a happy relationship. But what I'm saying is that somebody did say, well, it doesn't come across good when you pray on the video. I say, well, hell on that. You want to pray when you can. And a lot of my family members, they left this earth not knowing where they're at. They expired, and their mind had already left. Well, I think this is what this is. This is sort of, there's a reason that we're coming together. There's a reason we're bringing the bikers in. God knows if you're a biker, you're going to pray. Are you stupid? Because you didn't do it alone. I'm going to tell you, when that car pulled out from the side of that road, and you depended on yep, Recycle Hooligan is like you said, Dave. He's top number one. He's the kind of guy that, hey, more power to him. I know a lot of people have a difficult time of expressing the love for their own fellow man, and to express the love of the Creator, the Lord, the Jesus Christ, or whatever entity that you may worship, whether it be if you're a Hindi or Muslim, Christian, of the Jewish faith. There's so many, and in this group right here yesterday, I think you missed it, Dave, but we had Toga in here, and he's over in Turkey, and I'm sure they have a different way of praying, but the fact remains, should never feel bad about praying to your Creator. This is not an accident. This is as it was intended. So you guys have a really good evening. I have. Uh, well, Motorbomb, Virginia, he is a guy that has enough of righteousness in him that it comes through. And well, I, we've been at it for a while, but as long as I'm holding in good, I'm really pleased. Oh man, I'm loving the new system. Unless I've already just went all gunny bag, as they say. And I swear, the next time we do this, I'm gonna have a T-shirt on, not this heavy shirt. Uh, I turned the air conditioner off. Oh, I should have opened the back door, but I wanted to just test, and then I forgot to turn the monitor on. I'm gonna have to write me some crib notes. You know, I'm gonna tell you, when I was working with the company, I was in a position where I used to have to interface with a lot of various government people, and their product that we were making was for other governments. So um, they used to. I'm a very my handwriting is pitiful. Oh, the I think I told I think I told Riding on Ruby. He expressed the word love and how refreshing when he used the word love to a person he's never met, or express love to fellow bikers or bloggers. Um, oh man, that to me that's special, and we got to have more of that, and less less expression of anger. You know, as I was saying earlier, we're going down the road. You got a car coming out from the side, and you got all the best. You got anti brakes on your bike. You've got all the anti skid stuff. You got the big old calipers, and you've got a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff going on with engineering that's engineered into your bike. When that car pulls out in front of you, you use all of that engineering stuff that he put in you, and that ain't quite enough. What saved you was the power that you was born with. You've got an untapped source of energy. It is beyond measurable, and all you have to do is tap into it. And it doesn't require a whole lot of the most uneducated person in the world can tap into this energy that was given to you at birth. And I mean, here's what the deal is: when you leave out of here, you take that with you. My sister can't own my energy I was born with. She can't own my thoughts, and she can't own nothing. I can't own nothing of hers. We're all like an island onto ourselves. But this energy, once you tap into it, you can express this feelings to other people. They can get in contact with the energy. The power of God is what we're trying to say. And it's just a matter of reaching out. Uh, and it's a wonderful feeling knowing that you're riding, knowing this. You're not alone. Have you ever went to bed? Everybody goes to bed at night. You lay over there in that bed, and you have all these thoughts that come into your head, and it's like an endless streams of data flowing, and you sometimes can make sense of it. Sometimes it don't make any sense at all. But the one thing is, when your eyes close and sleep finally comes up on you, you're not alone. Joyce, you better start saving your money. You know, that old girl, she's a good one. I see. I can't remember exactly when she was born. She's 2 years younger than me, and but I can't remember exactly when she was born. But I remember where she was born. I used to sit on the front porch in the house where she was born. Way my mother would punish me, she would put a dress on me. I was 4 years old and set me on the front porch with a dress on. I mean, it was nothing could be as cruel as that. You never want to, as a boy, you never wanted to have a dress on. And yeah, she was born in Pumpkin Center. I know Dave over in Australia and Ad up in Valdor, and all of you guys that from different places, you've got all these little strange little names of towns. In fact, I live just 10 miles from Bug Tussle. But Joyce was born in Pumpkin Center. I was born, I was Kimas in here because I was born in Cardiff, just like Cardiff, England. And yeah, I explained to Kim the other day about Birmingham, how Birmingham got its name, how the steel factory called Bessemer Steel got its name, named after the steel of England, the great, good steel of England. Um, Dave, I'm thinking, let me see, it's 10 here, so it must be 10 in the morning over there, 11 maybe 11. That's before your lunchtime. You're probably chomping a bit to go riding, get out. And oh man, when you go down, oh, let me tell you about Fremantle. We have a connection, you and I do. My boy, Donald, he said he's going to text you. And my boy, Donald, was in Fremantle. He was there in, I believe, '88. He was on the Navy destroyer. The ship was called the DD. Oh, what was that damn thing? It was the USS Ingersoll. It was about a 600 or 700 foot destroyer, big destroyer, and his ship made what's called Pride of the Sixth Fleet, and the government of Australia invited his ship, to come to Australia and make all these stops all the way around Australia. So he come to Fremantle, and of all the places he loved Fremantle. Yeah, just before lunch over there. Um, yeah, he was at Fremantle, and I told him about the big sailing ship that got run over by this 900 foot or 300 meter size ship that ran over that beautiful sailing vessel there. And he began to tell me about things that he remembers from 1988 about Fremantle, how much he loved it, how much he told me some stories there, Dave, about the Australian women. He said what he liked about the Australian girls is if you had a romantic evening with them and it didn't work out and you put her out the door, just like a boomerang, she's back in an hour. uh, he had some great stories. Oh, and he loved your beer. Oh, hell, he told me about uh, he drank a big stein, a big mug of Australian beer, and I don't know what he was drinking. He told me, but I don't remember now. But oh, he said that was some pretty potent stuff, just like a boomerang. Toss the girl out, and she'd come back in an hour. I love you, baby. I love you. You remember what it was like when you was 18 years old? All of you guys, except Joyce, and she don't know about being when she was an 18-year-old boy. She was when she was 18, I think she already had what, 9 kids? She started early. I love you, baby. Oh, I could do Barry White. If I was to ever come back reincarnated, I'd want to come back as Barry White. Oh baby, oh baby. That or Elvis Presley. Oh, I wouldn't even mind being Louis Armstrong. I like him. Hello, darling. Like he had a great voice on him. BB King, Fats Domino. Um, I can mention almost any song, and you probably know what I'm talking about, Dave. It's James Brown. Oh, yes. I think I love y'all, baby. Oh, Motorbomb, Virginia. Thank you very much. Yeah, I'm looking at it over there on the thing, and it says I'm in a G6 mesh, and sitting right over there. Over there is the router, and about 20 feet over there is the mesh. And Jerry Lee Lewis. Oh, look in there. Do I see Toga in there? Do I believe I see Toga. I enjoyed the visit with you so much. Yesterday, I was telling Angelica about Toga, about when you was on. Yeah, in fact, we watched the video this morning of that live with the American flag, and you was telling me about your thousands of years history of the rank system. Yeah, that's your old culture. Yeah, we're the new kids on the block. Me and Dave. I think we might be as old as Australia. I don't know. I think maybe we might be. I don't know. But we're the new kids on the block as far as nations are concerned. But you guys have got an edge on the history. Toga. Motorbomb, did you say it's Toga night or token night? I think it's time we should have a toga party. You guys remember the 70s? Oh, you kids are so young. In the 70s, we used to have toga parties. In America, we used to have toga parties. We were like Roman emperors, you know. Yeah, man, I'm happy we got this community, worldwide community. We're on the World Wide Web, and it don't get any better. I know the boys down there in Florida right now. They're all with Old Sick Bastard. Them guys are probably having a really good time, I'm sure. Um, my buddy Joe came today. My buddy Joe showed up today, yeah, on his bike. I heard him come rumbling down the driveway. He's the one that we did that little skit about being drunk out here and doing all that stuff. He come rolling in, and my gosh, he stayed from 10 o'clock until like 2:30, you know, and we just talked and talked about everything. We talked about everything and got caught up on everything that's going on, and it was good. You know, and he said, I said, well, thanks for coming over as he was leaving. And he said, well, I didn't have nothing else to do. I said, well, next time you feel like you don't have nothing else to do, you know where to come. You know, when you don't have nothing else to do, you can come over and visit here. Well, we're down to 4. All right, so I've already said we're going to leave. We've been talking here for 1 hour and 15 minutes. It's amazing how time flies when you're having fun. Um, it especially nice when you. Oh, there's my little buddy. Come here, come over here, little buddy. Come here. I like for him to get up so you can say hello today. Come here, buddy. Come here. Hang on just for a sec. Come here, buddy. Come here. He's, come on, come on. Here we go. Well, say hello to Dave over in Australia, and Toga right over there. Hello, guys. How you doing? Look at the little. Well. He's part Cherokee. he's my little. He's my little punk ass dog. Huh? He said, "Hey, where's the bitches?" Yeah, that's my little Comanche dog. You my little Comanche dog, buddy? Hmm? He's my little Comanche dog. You go on the warpath. Woo, 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 woo.